Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Injuries are starting to take their toll in the running game for fantasy squads, as now Michael Turner and Ryan Mathews have joined the list of a running back like Ryan Grant. So a lot of top 20 running backs getting dinged up. Ryan Grant is obviously done for the season. Now Michael Turner and Ryan Mathews are not expected this time or anything to be done for the season. May even be back this week, but they did have to miss the rest of the games once they acquired their injuries. Turner had his groin injury, and Ryan Mathews had a nasty ankle, but maybe it's not too bad. The coaches are saying we'll see. Jason Snelly, he had a great game for the Falcons, so that's going to make him a nice waiver wire pickup. He showed that he could be productive for fantasy owners when Turner was out last year. Looks like he's even better this year. Mike Tolbert came in, filled in well for Ryan Mathews. He had 2 touchdowns. He may even steal touchdowns away from Mathews this season when he's not out, but he's got a good matchup this week. I would be surprised if Mathews plays this week. We'll see how practices go, but Tolbert would get to play the Seahawks, so good game there. Receiver-wise, I'd say the one guy that's worth picking up and starting right away would be Kevin Walter. That is, if you trust him. I know that fantasy owners say, where the heck were you last year, man? I mean, the second half of 2008, he was great. Last year, he was non-existent. And this year, now, he's getting off to a good start. Schaub only threw for 100 yards week 1, but Walter did get a touchdown in that game. And then last week, he gets, 11 catches, 144 yards, and a touchdown. So looking really good. And with Andre Johnson possibly maybe even missing time with an ankle injury, we'll see about that. Walter should continue to get more footballs. Other receivers that are worth mentioning here, Lewis Murphy. Murphy, I laughed at my uncle for drafting him in a private league that I'm in, a real competitive league late in the draft, but I'll tell you what, he had a good game in this one, 6 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown. I know Murphy's got talent. It's not so much that is the reason why I laughed at him, but it's more because of the Raiders and their passing game. But I'll tell you what, Bruce Gradkowski really likes Murphy. He went to him last season in key spots against the Bengals and the Steelers to win games last year. And I think Murphy right now, he's the best receiver they have, especially with Chaz Shillings out. Unfortunately, that guy just can't stay healthy. So Murphy, worth having on your team, at least for now, if you need depth in big leagues. Devin Hester, another guy that you might want to look at, is just for depth, maybe not an every week starter. I don't think he'll be consistent, but he did have 4 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown against the Cowboys. So that shows you he's still one of Jay Cutler's guys that he likes to go to. Finally, we do have the Redskins defense. Hey, they got blown up against the Texans, but they had a good game against the Cowboys. This week they get the Rams, so it's all about matchups. They get to play Sam Bradford. They should have a good one for you this week if you need to pick me up for a weak pinch. And honorable mention, I've got tight end Aaron Hernandez. He had a nice game against the Jets for the Patriots. Just want to see him have a little bit more consistency so we can recommend him as a starter or a guy to at least have on your squad.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy football with your free subscription.